Hi, everybody. So today we're celebrating World Cerebral Palsy Day. And to celebrate this day with us, we have a very, very special guest, Siddharth Mhatre. But for those of you all who don't know Sid, let me introduce him quickly. So Siddharth was born and brought up in Mumbai and has completed his bachelor's and master's degree from Mumbai University. After completing internships at various firms, Siddharth is now working in a facility management company. For the last few months, it has also been involved in collaborative work with the BMC to help in construction of inclusive infrastructure across Bombay. So we all know that you're a very, very active advocate and ally for the disability community. And it's really cool that you're working with the BMC. I really want to hear about this particular project. So do tell me more.
Firstly, thank you so much, Rhea, for giving me this opportunity again. It's always a pleasure to join you and your team and share my experiences. I've taken the electric wheelchair for the past two years now, and that's when I realized that it's not just having a wheelchair, but how important it is getting the access on roads is one major factor. And then when I started exploring the roads, especially the footpaths, I realized that okay, I bought the wheelchair, but what is the use? I mean, it's no use if there is no accessibility.
Right.
That's when my physiotherapist uh, and myself collectively decided that we should do something not only for the specially able, but also for the general public who are senior citizens. And fortunately, Unnati Shelar, with my physiotherapist, we thought deeply and we made up our mind. Let's think forward and just not think about it. Let's do something about it. And fortunately, my area cooperator, who is my very close friend, uh, just a call, and I just told him about the difficulty we faced uh, when it comes to wheelchair accessibility.
Right.
And he was very much pro, and he showed a lot of interest. But there were few days where we didn't get any feedback. So then I didn't keep quiet. I personally went with one of the citizens of the colony, along with my physiotherapist Unnati, at the BMC officials, and showcased them the report as to which are the footpaths we are facing issues with. And surprisingly, they were very, very supportive, very, very supportive.
That's
awesome. So that's when we realized that okay, if we talk to them, if we express our my difficulties, they are the ones who will help. Today it is only in my area.
Yeah.
But my main aim is to get Mumbai accessible. I repeat, it's Mumbai accessible.
I want to ask you this, right? If in my particular area I am facing an issue, who am I supposed to contact? Who am I supposed to reach out to?
That's what I thought about, when we wanted to start about all this.
Hmm.
The first thing what came into our mind is social media, which is the best way to get in touch with people. So, what I did was I tweeted on social media and Facebook and different platforms. Why not improve the infrastructure? And then automatically when the tweet or the post reach the right person, there are automatic calls to me by the officials.
Okay.
What is the issue? What is the issue?
Oh,
So,
wow.
but after that, you have to be very proactive. There could be a situation that you tell the officials for 4-5 days they will do it.
Sure.
Next 2 weeks they will not do it.
Mm-hmm.
So even today, if I see there's a gap, there's a halt in the work, I call them. Ki kya hua bhai? This is stopped. Why? Can you tell me the reason?
Makes sense.
So you have to be very proactive because they are super loaded with work, and I don't blame them. So proactiveness and a practical experience and a practical user is always important when it comes to doing all these type of work.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, that makes sense. In fact, inclusivity is not just restricted to physical infrastructure. Said like we all know that, right? In fact, the reputation that India in general has is that even our education systems, schools and colleges are not very inclusive. So I know we touched upon this last time a little bit, but I do want to ask you more about if somebody is facing issues, do you have some tips that you can share, for people who may be in school or college right now and may need extra accommodation? How did you go about it?
These days, you have to, most of the schools who are basically international school or new schools, they have been given protocols, whether or not they admit a specially able or not. But when they plan to have a school, they have to have a washroom for disabled, a railing for disabled if they have, obviously the budget, and if they have the space, an elevator is a must. So, these well-known schools, and if they have a good foundation, uh, government has made it compulsory for all schools, colleges, institutes, theaters to make the world inclusive and accessible for all disabled.
Sure. No, that sounds great. So also when I was talking to you earlier, you were mentioning that while of course the last couple of years have been really hard for all of us, there have been some positive impacts and positive changes because of the pandemic. And I think that is something I'm really interested in knowing, because everybody has been struggling with the last couple of months in one way or the other. And for some people more than one way also. So I really want to hear, how has the pandemic helped the disability community come together or become stronger? So because I think our community has been struggling with inaccessibility for a very, very long time. Like, I remember my brothers, was not able to go to school for like various reasons. And now that everyone's kids are not going to school, everyone's finally thinking about these problems at a larger level. Inaccessibility has become a clearer problem over the last couple of months, right? I think that's one good thing that's happened. So hopefully now when we think and rethink our solutions, we will be more inclusive. But I would love to hear from you, what your views are on this.
Vaccination for the specially able was also a big challenge. You know, because when the vaccination drive started, especially in India, nowhere was it mentioned that you will give a first priority for the vaccination. It was always senior citizens or compromised people where vaccination was preferred. There was a mentality that why do specially able need vaccination if they are not going to go out? A person like me wanted to go out, but I could not go out because I was not vaccinated. I was scared. So that's when we decided, Devyanshu Ganadatra, who is the founder of Adventures Beyond Barriers, he was the one who started this, drive for the specially abled, and I salute him. If government cannot, has not taken the initiative, let me take the initiative, and it's gone wonders. I've taken part in the drive. I've volunteered for the drive, and it's gone wonder. It close to 5,000 differently abled have been vaccinated only in Bombay. That's a huge number. So and most of the it was very it was very pity when people came for the vaccination drive who were basically Down syndrome. They were scared. They were actually scared to take a vaccine. But even the parents were scared. Mera bachcha ko kya hoga? Now the awareness is there for the vaccination drive, and now people are not scared of getting the vaccination done, and they are the specially able category or neurodiverse category are now confident enough. Most of us in our community has not wasted any time. I know a lot of people who have done a lot of courses on LinkedIn, Harvard Business School LinkedIn course, or communication skills. I have done a lot of courses, Google Media courses, where I am able to, learn lot many things. And I'm more confident now. It won't be new that when I go in office 6 months down the line, I know that what I am upgraded myself, and I know I want to learn I learned something new during this time. And it's not only me. Whatever I learned, I pass it to my friends so that they learn this as well. So I don't keep it to myself. I give it to the community group, pass it on WhatsApp, and they are very thankful to me, because last year I used to get calls that they said, I am just talking to the walls. But this year I can find a change, that, oh my God, Google has come up with a course, let's do this. Sid, can you tell me the link? Can you send me the link which you used to talk last year? So, the interest level of this community has increased, and I'm damn sure it will, people will get used to this digital era. I'm taking this as a positive way because it's now a digital era.
No, absolutely. Sounds great. And I think, I hope that like all the positive changes that we've learned during the pandemic, right? Like we continue to remember them, reinforce them, and make them a part of like our daily lives. It's been a pleasure, Sid. And every time, I chat with you, I learn something new, just like your friends do. If you have any other useful tips to share, please do so with us. And yeah, if you have any final thoughts before we sign off.
Just be who you are, and I'm sure we'll fight this together, and we'll say go to Karuna soon. Stay positive.
Thank you. All right, Sid. It's been
Thank
lovely
you.
chatting with you.
Bye.
All right, bye.